What's up, everybody? Today on the podcast, we've got a good one. We've got our guest, Pixie, and this is going to be a long one as well. We're going for over an hour, and we really talk about a whole lot of stuff from driving to Canada and Texas, her clothing line, how her Onlyfans is run. This is going to be a great episode, once again, for both content creators and customers alike. So sit back, check it out. I hope you like it. What's up, everybody? My name's John with the Real OnlyFans Reviews podcast, and we've got a very special guest today. We've actually got a newbie on the program. Her name is Pixie. Hi, Pixie. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great. I mean, we've had some trouble with this podcast, and the internet is not working very well. Over here in Dallas, the wind is insane, so probably knocked out the internet, but we are making do.
Absolutely. I'm from Canada, so
Oh,
know
man.
all about weather and how random it can be.
Oh, Jesus. What part of Canada are you from?
Well, I'm from Manitoba, so
Okay.
lots of snow, lots of wind, lots of storms.
Ooh, is it cold up there right now?
Right now it's been unbelievably warm for this time of year. Normally
nice.
we're like minus 40, minus 52. It's actually
Nope.
minus 10 outside.
Nope. You can keep all of that.
Yeah.
See, down here in Dallas, when it gets to like 40, that's when everybody freaks out.
Yeah.
So negative 40, doesn't matter if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit, fuck all that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, was it a few days ago, we actually had a snowstorm for Texas. Up here in Dallas, we didn't really get a whole lot of snow. Some places got like 1 to 3 inches up here in Dallas. Down south, a couple hours, they had like 5 inches. But it was all melted the next day. So we don't get the real cold like you get.
No, we normally get like a couple feet of snow and it stays.
Oh, God. So did you grow up in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay. So born and raised your whole life?
Yeah, I have not left my home province. The furthest I've gone is Ontario. So
I swear, Canada has some of the weirdest names, like Manitoba, Saskatchewan.
Hey, you know how to say it.
I know, right? What is it? Oh, there's other ones I can't think of at the moment. But yeah, I'm just like,
British Columbia is an interesting one.
well, I mean, that's pretty easy to say.
Quebec.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Montreal. Wait, they say Montreal.
Montreal.
How do they? Is it Montreal that they say funny, or is it a different one?
Montreal.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually born in very far upstate New York in a place called Plattsburgh. So it was funny when I went to the Plattsburgh website a couple years ago. There was an option for French. I was like, why is there an option for French? And then I found out, that's the French part of Canada.
Yeah. I was never one for French. I find English hard sometimes.
Yeah, as do most people.
Yeah. So, I was never really into French, but it's definitely something I kind of want to pick up.
Yeah, I had a conversation about this on my last podcast with Camilla, because she speaks some French, and Texas is next to Louisiana, and down in Louisiana, they use a whole bunch of French words, and I can't pronounce any of them.
Yeah, I know some colors and to count to 5, I think.
I can count to 3. I think it's the 3. It's un, deux, trois. Is that right?
4, 5, 6. Oh, look, I can go higher.
Oh, damn. Watch out. Getting bilingual over here.
Slow down.
So Miss Pixie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like what is your age right now?
Sorry?
What is your age right now?
I'm mid-20s, and my birthday is actually on Sunday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. So we're gonna do some celebrating a little bit, and it's kind of difficult right now because COVID and whatnot. So it'll be a different birthday this year for sure.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, let's see, it's January, so we didn't have the Rona last year on your birthday, so
Yeah, no, that one was a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my birthday is in October, so I didn't really do much for my birthday.
Yeah, that's when kind of everything was boom, gone. Life as we
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah, I remember before the whole thing started off, I don't know if you have a TikTok, but I was on TikTok and I kept on seeing these videos from China of the government like gassing the streets and whatnot. And I was like, well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
started hearing more things about, oh, it's new virus, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whatever. Then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, Rona.
It was actually kind of funny, but not really, because when I was at work, I had been talking to one of my coworkers about, like the pandemics and like previous pandemics and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And they're like, I, I was telling them that I think one is coming soon.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what makes you think that? I'm like, well, there's something going on in China right now. I was like, it might turn big. Well, sure enough, a couple months later, it definitely turned big.
Yeah. It's crazy, though, how many new diseases have come out of China.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second,
Yeah.
why are all these things happening in China?
Overpopulation.
Maybe.
Yeah, a
Uh,
lot of that type of thing, I think. Not 100% sure though.
yeah, I'm no epidemiologist, but it's definitely something I noticed. And then all the comedians had the same thought. Like, wait a second.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories that can go into that one.
Yeah, like the one of what is it? The biomedical research laboratory
Yeah.
in Wuhan. And like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
exactly
yeah. Well, it turns
what
out,
I was referring
there's some
to.
safety problems. So we're
Yeah.
not saying it came from here, but we did have
It,
coronaviruses, and then did happen
yeah.
in our province, and like, I'm
Yeah,
sure those are not related.
absolutely. They sent it out the window.
They're like, oops.
Yeah. Well, now we've got a problem here.
Yeah. So now, did you have your OnlyFans? No, you just started your OnlyFans. I take that back. So
Yeah.
is the pandemic the reason why you started your OnlyFans, or how did you get started?
A little bit of both,
Okay.
because I had a lot of time on my hands.
Hmm.
I started my OnlyFans in November.
Okay.
So it was kind of like where everything was kind of starting to shut down, and they're like, hey, you guys got to stay home a lot more. And
Shut down as far as like the second shutdown?
yeah, so
Okay.
right now we're still in like a complete lockdown.
Okay.
So in, I think, November, we went into what was called Code Red. No
Okay.
gatherings, no nothing. You can only go out for essential, like groceries, stuff that you need, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Other than that, you're not allowed to go hang out with friends or anything like that. So this is pretty much the way I've been communicating with my friends and family for the most part, is video messages. So besides like my hobbies and stuff like that, I was like, well, what else can we do?
Hmm.
And so we kind of started looking into OnlyFans, and I've been watching it for a little while just to see like how people work it and how to go about it, what they post, what you don't post, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And
So hold
I
on.
was like,
Before we get into that, I want to ask you this because I know everybody's going to be curious. What are they doing to help you guys in Canada as far as finances go? Because everybody,
well,
go ahead.
we did have a thing called CERB.
Uh-huh.
Um, so it was $2,000
Hmm.
for a month or something like that. And you can apply for it if your business had to shut down.
Uh-huh.
I am an essential worker, so I didn't get affected by that. I was still able to work and do my shifts and everything like that. So I was one of the lucky ones.
Hmm.
But some of those people, they got hit hard. So they got $2,000 every month. And
Wow,
then,
every month.
yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, they do have to pay some of it back at the
Mm.
end of taxes and stuff like that. So there's some pros and cons to that for sure.
It's interesting. Do you know of anything? Do you know about the situation in the U.S. with the
No, I've
money?
heard of
Okay.
the stimulus check. Is that what it is?
Yeah. What have you heard?
You got was it 1,000 the first time and then the six the next?
So,
And
so it's a big point of controversy here. We're not going to get political. Just going to give you a rundown of how it's
yeah,
going. So, first, back when everything went into lockdown, most people were given $1,200. Okay,
okay, yeah, I
that
remember seeing that.
was in March. Okay.
Okay,
And then everybody went to lockdown. Everything got shut down. A lot of people lost their jobs and whatnot. And then
mhm,
in December, everybody was given $600. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
ugh,
Some people got unemployment and they did get extra unemployment money, but that ran out after, a certain set of time. And
mhm,
then nothing for a while, then $600 in December. And so before Trump, uh, well, he's still in office at the moment, but he said at the last minute that he wanted everybody to get $2,000. And so there's a
mhm,
big debate in our government over what people should get and what they shouldn't get. And so now when the new president comes in, he's going to try to give everybody $2,000. We don't know if it's going to be 2,000 up front or if it's going to be 1,400,
yeah,
but that's basically been the controversy here. And it's just I'm just really interested in this because you
yeah,
said your people got $2,000 per month.
yeah,
So they gave us $1,800 for 9 months.
mhm,
So wow,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
quite
that is.
interesting.
I don't understand it. Like I don't think anybody can live on, like the thousand, whatever it was for the first couple months, and then the 600. Like that's just not possible, especially if you've lost your job and whatnot. And even unemployment doesn't pay you nearly as much as you need, right?
Yeah,
So I wish they would think about the people a little bit more in that sense. I With people that were working essential jobs, they
hmm,
got a one-time top up of 1,300 for working in a hazardous place.
uh-huh,
I personally wasn't completely hazardous because I work at a dispensary,
hmm,
so we weren't around many people. We were mandatory masks for a little while, and then they put some plexiglass up. So it was a little bit less than some places, but that extra thousand and whatnot helped a lot.
yeah,
It was nice, yeah. Definitely scary times to work though, for sure. You hear
yeah.
somebody coming in and they're coughing, and it's like, okay, get back, get back. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely a strange world so far.
Yeah, I mean, my own personal opinion, I think locking down at the beginning was definitely the right thing to do because we didn't know
Mhm.
much about what was going on. I think
Yeah,
now, though, we don't have to worry about it quite so much. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me, but that's just my opinion. But
I
we're not going to talk too much about that.
yeah,
So now, tell us about how you got started with OnlyFans. You said it was kind of related to pandemic.
yeah. And then, well, my partner and I, we kind of always like taking pictures and dressing up, and I always liked to cosplay in
Hmm.
general. Like that's what I do on my OnlyFans. So I like to dress up, and I've done Alice in Wonderland. I've the cute little girl kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so I figured why not kind of take my passions and kind of throw it into another hobby, kind of link them together. So,
Gotcha. So give us a rundown of your OnlyFans. How do you operate? How do you post and that kind of thing?
okay, so right now, it's not like a set schedule, but I post
Hmm.
daily. I
Okay.
post
And you are pretty
pictures.
new. You said you just started in November.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So right now, I believe I have 100 posts
Okay.
now. And then I believe, 20 videos, and then I think 125 pictures. But I can't remember right
Hmm.
now because I uploaded a few things from now, and yeah. Um, so there isn't quite a schedule set, but I'm posting like all the time. The videos I put out, I try to put out one or two a week. So far, it's been one or two.
Hmm.
Um, some are longer, some are for previews and stuff to our longer videos. Um, I post um, I post anal videos. I post deep throat videos. I take recommendations on what people like to see.
Hmm.
It's kind of like a diverse OnlyFans, but I post as a pixie.
Okay.
So that's my little spin on OnlyFans. So it's not me, it's my character Pixie.
Gotcha. So I obviously have seen your OnlyFans. By the way, is your phone on vibrate?
I think, is it going?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay. Oh no.
Oh no. Hold
Okay,
on.
we're good. We're good. There we go. We're good.
There you are. Okay. So I was gonna say because I have seen your OnlyFans, obviously, and one thing I did want to commend you on was incredibly good quality. So
Thank
even
you.
being new, I noticed like let me see. It reminds me of I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but it's, the videos, at least your previews that you post, are very HD, very high definition, and so
Yeah,
I got to say I was quite impressed with that.
thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
it's been a challenge, but like I said before, I'm not new to, video recording and
Hmm.
that type of thing. Like this was
Okay,
kind of a passion beforehand. So
got
we're, yeah, kind of just, I guess, perfecting it more now than we were before, because it was just personal use and that type of thing. So we've kind of stepped our game up, if you want to say.
hmm. Yeah, because I want to say that you guys have a lot of great angles. So you said you have experience with cameras and whatnot before. Were you into photography, videography, blogging? What were you doing?
We Well, I liked videotaping, but it's more
Hmm.
for like, the personal use. I did kind of dabble into picture taking and like professional and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
it wasn't really my thing. So kind of just took the knowledge that I had and whatnot and kind of threw them into this project hobby
Gotcha.
type thing.
So when you
Yeah.
say for personal use, or were you making home sex tapes, or what do you mean by
Yeah.
personal use? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah,
gotcha.
so, like, me and my partner, that's one of the things that we kinda like doing and
Okay.
spice it up a little bit. We would videotape and just kind of role play.
Okay. Very
Mhm.
nice. So now, with you being a new creator on the platform, what exactly has that been like? Well, first of all, let me back up. How did you get started with OnlyFans? What you said it was because you were kind of already into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I was kind of looking at different platforms and stuff like that, and I was like, not sure if I want to do the P Hub, not sure if I want to do like other things, but and then I kind of sat down and was like, hey, you know what? I've heard people talking about OnlyFans and whatnot, so yeah, why
Everybody
not like
talks
give
about
it a try?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, so I was like, why not give it a try, see how it goes and whatnot. So
Hmm.
from starting it to now, it's been awesome. Like it's been fun and it's picked up a lot more than I thought it was going to.
Very nice.
Um, but I guess promoting and stuff like that really helps.
Hmm. So,
Mhm.
what is your rank right now?
As of today, I believe I am in 16%.
Nice. So, that is something that you wanted to talk about getting going. So, what have you learned since you started your OnlyFans?
Patience,
Uh huh.
patience, and lots of promoting on different sites, and comfortable. You have to be comfortable with doing it for sure.
Hmm.
Like you have to be comfortable with yourself and like not too judgy. Don't like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't, like trust yourself, trust your confidence. Like you can, it's good. You can do it.
Hmm. Yeah, OnlyFans isn't the place to be judgmental.
Right, exactly,
like,
exactly.
like we're all here for pretty much one reason, so
Yeah,
nobody
exactly,
has
and,
any room
like,
to
yeah,
talk about anything.
and, like, don't second guess yourself. Don't be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I shouldn't post this." Always post
yeah.
it.
Although I do want to say, there are a lot of creators who rip people off. So those people we can't judge,
Right,
and fuck them.
right, right. Okay, so there
I've
is
re-
definitely yeah,
yeah,
there's
this-
definitely exceptions to
yeah,
that.
I've written a lot of reviews about the exceptions.
Yeah, I'm lucky I haven't really run into scammers or anything
Mhm.
like that. I personally won't.
Yeah,
So yeah. I've heard
yeah,
a
I
lot
do.
of ladies have issues and stuff like that. And even with the other like buyers and stuff like that, they've had a lot of scamming. Like they say they do something, but it wasn't as long or it wasn't nearly as much as they had asked for, but they had still paid for it. And they're like feeling ripped off. And that's probably one of the biggest things that I don't ever want from my fans is to
Hmm.
feel ripped off.
Gotcha. So now, how do you promote yourself?
Well, I use Twitter.
Uh huh.
I've used some Facebook groups. I just started the Reddit thing, and it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
um,
what advice would you give to somebody who's new on OnlyFans and was trying to promote themselves? What have you learned about that?
um, takes time. It
Uh huh.
definitely isn't gonna happen right away. My Twitter, I believe we just got past 700 followers.
Hmm.
And that was probably the span of like when I was really promoting and stuff like that, when I really was like, okay, let's get into this. It probably took about a month to do. So I was gaining probably the first month about 100 followers a week.
Uh huh.
So at first I was like, it's not doing too good. But then I was like, you know what? Chill out. Let it do its thing. I'm sure everything will go well. And it did. It took off and now we're getting subscribers and followers out of it. So we get them from random places and it's really nice. It's been really helpful. Um, so to start, I guess you clear pictures are always awesome. You have to kind of, I think, how do I say it? Like you gotta show things, but not too much. Like, you don't want to give all the goods away when you're promoting yourself, So stick to like lewds and that type of thing. And I find they are more like, oh, I want to see more of this, instead of, oh, I see this here. Why do I need to go to OnlyFans? That kind of thing. So, and then I guess kind of build relationships with like different promoters and stuff like that.
So let me ask you
Definitely help.
this about Twitter.
Yeah.
One of the problems creators have with Twitter is it becomes more or less sort of an echo chamber for a while, where if you promote so much with share groups and whatnot, you end up getting followed by a whole lot of models and not many customers. So,
Yeah.
what would you say is your ratio between other creators and customers? Would you say it's like
Um,
4 to 1, or what would you say?
um, at first, there was definitely more models
Uh-huh.
than there was buyers.
Okay.
Um, Now it's probably uneven. I think there's starting to become more buyers and more less content creators than,
Okay.
yeah. But at first it's definitely more models and like the retweeting and like for likes, that kind of thing, just to kind of get yourself out there, get your
Hmm.
name known and stuff like that. Um, I guess it goes for like Facebook and stuff too. You kind of have to know how to use your words a little bit.
Hmm.
Talk to people, build relationships and stuff like that to kind of, let them want to see more.
Gotcha. So, how do you promote on Facebook? Because that seems like a wild idea to me. Because most people, when they're doing this, they don't exactly go up to their family and say, "Hey, I make porn now."
Yeah,
So, and Facebook
absolutely.
is very much usually for friends and family.
Yeah.
So, how do you promote on Facebook?
So there are OnlyFans groups
Uh
and
huh.
they are private. So you can go in as a different name. You can make a whole separate Facebook for your person or whatever on your OnlyFans. Me, I personally use personal my personal Facebook. I've changed
Hmm.
my name on there, but
Did you delete all your friends and family, or how did you go about that?
my profile is completely private. So when
Okay.
you go into these groups, your profile is completely private. You They just give you um, a list of like comments, likes, pictures, anything like that, but you can't see anything on your personal profile. You can't see your wall, you can't see your friends, like nothing like that.
Hmm.
So it's kind of got that privacy to it. So you can post pictures and stuff and the links and whatnot. The only problem with the links is you can't put it directly in your post. You got to throw it in the comments, or Facebook will, they'll zuck you. They'll shut you down. So you got to be really careful with that. I've found I've got
That's
banned. I've got banned for 30 days twice because I've posted a picture that wasn't up to guidelines.
that's a term I haven't heard. They'll zuck you.
They'll zuck
So
you.
when it comes to Mark Zuckerberg, I like to call him Zuckerfucker.
Ah, yes, yes,
I mean, I don't
absolutely.
have any problem with the guy per se, but I mean, I just think it's funny to call him Zuckerfucker.
Yes, absolutely. I like that one.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerfucker. That's probably what I'm going to call him for the rest of eternity.
I agree. Like, he made this great platform and everything like that, but he's everybody else has ruined it for Facebook, I think.
See,
He-
I don't. I wouldn't necessarily call it a great platform. I will say it's well, it has become an important platform. Like a few
True.
days ago, I decided to remove Facebook from my phone because I don't go on Facebook from
Yay!
my computer because I was like, you know what? I waste too much time with this fucking thing. So I removed it. And so, I mean, it didn't really make much of a difference at first until these past couple of days when the internet started fucking up. And it's like, here I live in Irving, so there's Irving groups where you talk about what's going on. And so I'm like, well, my internet's all fucking wonky, as you know. I was like, I wonder if anybody else's internet's acting up. And there aren't really any other apps that I'm aware of where you can just go to people in your city that are talking
Yeah.
about things going on in your city. So I mean, Facebook is
Mhm.
pretty good for that. And then I've sold some stuff on Facebook. But it's
Yeah.
like I don't necessarily like the app, but
Yeah.
it's definitely got its purpose, and now it's back on my phone.
Yeah.
Zucker got me. You fucking.
You got sucked. See?
I got zucked.
So with me is my family and friends. I live 2 hours away from them.
Okay.
So they live in a bigger city and I moved to a littler city. So that's really the only reason why I keep Facebook, just for friends and family and catching up and stuff like that. My family's kind of spread out everywhere in
Mm-hmm.
Canada, so it's a great way to just kind of keep everybody in one place.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, mom, you want to zuck later?
Yeah.
We're all zucking tonight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use that until everybody hates it because that's what I do.
I'm very much like that too.
It's great. See, that's just like who I am as a person. If I hear a funny joke, I use it until it's not funny. I don't know when to stop. And then I keep using it after it isn't funny until it is funny again.
Yeah.
And then I stop using it.
That is totally me for sure. Yeah. I
Why am
still
I like
use
this?
burned. I still use burned. So like
Ooh. You just got
burn.
burned.
Yeah. Yeah. I still use that one. I still use stoked.
You know what? So I hate what is it? Hipsters, not hipsters. God, I sound like such a fucking what is it? Hold on, wait. I can't remember any words. I sound like such a fucking boomer right now, even though I'm only fucking
Oh.
31. So I remember I started using lit, ironically, because I thought it was fucking stupid. And then I used it so much ironically that it became part of my
Just a part of
regular
you.
part of my regular vocabulary. And now I
Guilty
use it.
of that
Oh, it's
too.
fucking lit.
I'm guilty for
I
sure.
hate myself. I hate myself for it. I'm a fucking terrible person, but I sometimes shit lit. What can I say?
Right? Sometimes I be lit.
You know, sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's another one.
Yeah, God, I hate myself, but I love it.
Yeah.
So now,
Great.
when it comes to your OnlyFans, you've had a pretty good experience so far with it.
Yeah, so far I'd say I've probably had a good experience compared to some people.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some weird-ish um requests. Like the other day, I just don't do
We got to know what
some
it was.
bodily
What was
things.
it?
Somebody asked me to play with vomit, and I was like, "What do you mean by that?" The person wanted me to gag on something.
Wait. Gag or gag?
Yeah, like
Your
gag,
your
like
Canadian is showing.
yeah, like eh.
Yeah,
Like gagging.
yeah, I know what you meant. I was just making fun of your accent.
Oh, see, I
Because
don't see it.
because you know how okay, so a big one for us Americans is Canadians say bag instead of bag.
Bag, bag,
Yeah,
bag,
and
and
so you said gag.
it's Z.
It's what?
It's Z. XYZ.
Uh huh.
Do you guys say Z?
No.
No, good.
No, we don't respect the queen.
And what other one? I personally say about, not
Oh, you got to surrender your Canada card now.
Yeah, I know, right? But
Unless you can redeem yourself if you say A.
I do. A. I say it way too much, actually.
You want to go play hockey, eh?
Go for it.
Go for what?
Go for a rip.
What is that?
Like going mudding.
Okay,
Like,
so you're also a redneck. Nice. Very nice.
A little bit.
Very nice. The South respects it.
Yeah. Nice.
So, anyways, so they wanted you to play with
and
vomit.
also, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't plug this, but
Hold on. This is Texas. We got fucking. Where is it? Oh, look at the label. Look for the label. It's on the other side. Oh, you can't see it.
Nice.
That's Whataburger. This is basically a religion in Texas. I don't know if you knew that, but there's 3 religions: Jesus, Whataburger, and the Dallas Cowboys.
That's awesome.
All my ice melted, so this tastes terrible. I don't know. I got to get rid of it.
That's great. See, one thing with coffee, it's still good cold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless it's iced coffee and then it gets all watered down, then it could be gross.
Okay, yes, that.
See, that's what I'm dealing with right now. I had sweet tea because Texas, and all the ice melted into the tea, and now it's just very watered down sweet tea, and it's not so sweet anymore. But at least I got the cup. And also, Texas, right there.
Nice. No, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, pretty good.
What? How does Canada's national anthem go? All I know is "Oh Canada."
Okay.
You sing. You told me you sing. Now you got to sing us the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, I don't know if I could sing it all. It's been a while. So we go, "Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command." But they've changed that now. So there's some angry people.
And
they changed the words to our national anthem. So I don't know the new ones.
Well, you know, here in the U.S., we also have a new national anthem. Do you know how it goes?
No.
Okay, it goes like it goes like this: America, fuck yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's not officially the national anthem, but it kind of is. But
it should be. I mean, sorry, but you
come to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America, fuck yeah. See, you can sing it too if you want to. Yeah, it's simple.
I'm surprised Trump didn't make that your national anthem.
You know what? He really should have. I think that'll probably go down in history as one of his biggest regrets is not changing the national anthem to America, fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And see why Texas is just going to secede. Yep. See,
it's another failed thing to live.
Well, like I said, we're not going to get political. That was a joke.
You know what? Ours is not any better.
Yeah, well, you know, it's Canada, eh? You guys burned down the White House at one point in time.
Beautiful times.
Don't we beat you in hockey most of the time?
You know what? I think it was just this year.
I think I'm not a hockey fan. I'm just talking shit.
I think I actually watched the Canada and US game this year. We did suck. We definitely did, but for the most part.
Yeah, well, you know. America is just better. It's not my fault. This isn't an opinion. It's just a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but you guys did legalize weed, so I mean, there's that. And
Yay!
then like I don't know, like a third of the U.S. did. So not
Yeah.
Texas yet, but
My congratulations on making magic mushrooms illegal or legal.
Well, that's only in Oregon.
Colorado too.
Oh, they did. Oh,
Denver was the first place.
you know what? You're right.
Yep.
Very nice.
I've been looking into that kind of thing and whatnot. I'm a fan of the medical properties that psilocybin has, like
Hmm.
to help with depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's got a whole bunch of different um, things that it can help with. I love it. I love how everybody is kind of opening their mind up a little bit more with the, I guess it would be alternative medicines, but to
Hmm.
me, it's natural. So that should be like what we first go to, not pharmaceuticals.
Well, I mean, then again, like heroin and cocaine's natural too. So
Well,
so is
okay, so there's
nightshade.
differences, definitely. Um, I mean, those are definitely not something you want to try to fix your problems. Those just have a whole nother bag of problems to go with them.
Yeah,
I
emphasis on the bag.
again, yeah,
Because the cocaine it comes in a bag. And, yeah,
it's true.
yeah, or so I'm told.
So, well, we won't get into that one.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So now, what's the funniest experience you've had on OnlyFans so far?
The funniest. So my partner and I were making content
Uh huh.
one
You were
night,
fucking.
and yeah, and I guess it was a little too good. And right
Hmm.
in the middle of the video, we broke our headboard. So,
Nice.
so that was pretty much all you hear is this big bang right in the middle, and
Who was on
it's kind
top?
of that. So yeah, we had a great laugh, and yeah, that was probably the funniest thing so far.
I mean, like, did it just fall on you guys, or what happened?
So the no, so what it is, we have the posts, and
Uh
then
huh.
in between, um, there's like some slats or whatever.
Hmm.
So we were going at it, and then I guess it kind of like opened a bit, and the whole thing just fell.
Wow.
And the two pegs are sticking up, and our headboard just fell.
Nice.
So we got to get a new one of those.
Yeah, that's fine. See, I just don't have a headboard, and then I don't have to worry about it.
I like to be tied up,
Okay,
so we need the headboard.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Understood. So, along with that, along the same lines, what's been your favorite experience on OnlyFans?
Mm, talking with the fans,
Hmm.
getting different ideas, and seeing what kind of crazy things people are actually into.
Okay, so what's taking
Yeah.
you by surprise the most?
Um, hmm, that's a good question.
Hmm.
Um, to be honest, how much people like short girls with big boobs.
Well, I mean, because boobs.
Yeah, boobs. I mean, right? But yeah, no, I didn't realize that was such a fetish, I guess
Uh-huh.
you could call it.
Well,
Um,
how short are you?
I'm 5 foot,
Okay, so I mean,
so
you small, but I don't know.
I'm not like a midget. So, but I mean, 2 inches shorter, I would be qualified as a midget.
Hmm.
So, that was probably one of the most interesting. Um, what else?
What's been your favorite thing to do on OnlyFans?
I love dressing up, doing cosplay,
Hmm.
yeah, doing my makeup, getting ready, kind of getting into my pixie persona.
Okay.
Um, that's probably definitely one of the better things. I love sharing the content, getting feedback. Um, I like hearing the good job, that kind of thing.
Gotcha. So a few days ago, somebody on my subreddit was actually looking for somebody who does cosplay. So, how into cosplay do you get? Do you like make your own costumes and whatnot, or how deep into it are you?
That is, I like to sew and
Uh huh.
stuff like that. So that is definitely, I've made some things that I have worn. Um, I plan to make some more things in like outfits and stuff like that in the future.
Hmm.
For the most part, I have like a strappy harness thing that I've made, and I made some skirts and different things like that. I have planned to make some new fairy wings.
Okay.
Um, and
So, do you
yeah,
go like
so
full blown Comic Con on your cosplays?
almost, not
Okay.
quite. I mean, I don't do like the prosthetic ears. I don't do like that kind of thing. They just
Hmm.
get in the way. Uh, but yeah, I wear wings. I dress up in like different outfits. I wouldn't say like the woodsy type, but more like a bouncy, pastel-y kind of
Hmm.
very pixie in that way. Um, yeah, so I plan to make some more outfits, but they're time consuming.
Yes, because you said you sew them all.
Yeah, yeah. There's some of them I've done, some of them I haven't, but yeah, I'm also gonna like do some more. They take a lot of time. I make my own patterns and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So
Do you have any
um,
you can show us?
where do I do have um, I don't know how much you can see. I I've made this vest. You can't really see it. Hold on. So it's got a little skirt on it,
Hmm.
and I made it out of an old tablecloth.
Oh, okay. I see now.
Back up a little bit, and it's just like a little skirt.
Gotcha.
And then I have made another. This is probably like my. Oh,
That's like some Hansel and Gretel shit right there.
yeah, exactly. It's like a little pixie. Yeah. So I've made a lot of these, and I've made some corsets. I've Yeah, a lot of different things like that that are gonna make an appearance.
Gotcha. So what do you have any cosplays lined up?
I do have one that I think I'm gonna make like a Alice American McGee Alice in Wonderland. So it's more
Okay.
like the darker side of Alice than the Disney one.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, I might get into more different types of cosplay, but right now it's Pixie.
Gotcha. Very nice. So now as far as just sewing goes, something else you had mentioned is a clothing line.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us about
So
that.
um, I've made a few things. I've made a wedding dress. I've made a grad dress and a couple things like that. I've made myself some uh, pretty dresses and stuff like that. Um, Outfits and whatnot. And it's a passion. I've been doing it since I was 13,
Okay.
and sewing has been in my family for years. My great grandpa used to own a Singer sewing store,
Okay.
and he's kind of passed it along the family that way. And I just kind of picked up sewing along those lines. And I got my first sewing machine when I was 13. And I started off making like little pillows and stuff like that. And then I kind of grew it into a bigger hobby. And now I'm making dresses and corsets and things like that. And now I want to change that over and start a clothing line. And my clothing line is called Rainbow Radiation.
Okay.
And yeah, within the next little while, I want to kind of, balance Onlyfans and my clothing line. And
Gotcha.
maybe I'll
So
keep it too.
very nice. So do you have a website set up for your clothing line or anything like that yet?
Not yet,
Oh, okay.
but it will be soon. I just want to make sure that I know exactly what I want the brand to be,
Hmm.
and just make sure that it's what other people would like too, and not just me.
Hmm. So have you already started selling articles of clothing or not yet?
Yeah, my one of my best friends, she asked me to make a wedding dress for her,
Hmm.
and so I told her if she just pays for the materials and stuff that she needs, I will make that for her pro bono.
Hmm.
So she went and got the stuff for me. I've sold some other dresses as well, a lot of tutus. I really love making tutus. My friends have asked me to make their daughters' birthday dresses and stuff like that. So yeah, I've made quite a few. I've repurposed shoes. I
Repurposed shoes.
Yeah, so like if
What other purpose do shoes
well,
fulfill?
not repurposed, but so I like put lace on them, I paint
Okay.
them, refurbish them.
Gotcha.
There we go. That's the word.
That
So
makes more
I
sense.
kind of spice them up a little bit. And yeah.
That's crazy. Earlier today, I saw a video on TikTok. I guess, swear to God, I watched so much
It
fucking
drags you
TikTok.
in. Don't even worry about it. It adds
So,
fun.
so I saw this video of this guy painting Nikes, and I was watching it. I was like, "What kind of paint do you use on shoes?"
You can use acrylic paint.
Hmm.
Acrylic paint is really it holds on. But then you kind of gotta put a coat, like a varnish or something over it, so it doesn't flake off.
Mm, okay,
I know a lot of people that do spray paint as well. Like they'll spray paint the shoe or airbrush.
gotcha. Yeah, I've
Airbrush
seen it.
is like you add alcohol to the paint, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a few videos of that. I'm not into shoes or anything. My shoes are strictly shoes. But I was watching it like, what kind of paint are these people using? Because I mean, I assume you can't just like go to fucking Home Depot and get, oh, I need that one, and fucking paint your wall and paint your shoes with the same paint.
Yeah, no, not quite, not quite. There's different like mediums that you can add to the paint to keep it stronger, and it doesn't break down as fast or as much.
Hmm.
So there's different kinds of things that you use besides like wall paint and stuff. Not quite the same.
Yeah, see, me, I'm just imagining somebody, like I said, going to Home Depot or Lowe's, buying a fucking gallon of whatever fucking bear paint, and like, oh, I'm gonna paint my wall, and then I'm gonna paint my shoes.
Yeah, exactly. I've
That's
tried
what
both.
my brain thinks. Speaking of shoes, this is a bad segue. You like to go hiking.
Absolutely. I love the outdoors.
Mm,
Fishing, hiking.
mudding.
I like being outside when it's
So,
nice. Like I said, I live in Manitoba, Canada, so half the year is a throwaway.
mm,
Half the
the sun
year
doesn't come up.
Yeah, almost, almost.
So
So
go ahead.
yeah, no, yeah. So in the summertime, I try to be outside as much as I can.
Very nice. So what do you go mudding in? Because I'm a pretty big car guy. So what's your
Um,
mudding vehicle?
ATV, so
Okay.
four-wheeler. My friends have
What do you got? Like a Banshee? Or just got like Honda
a couple of my
450?
friends have one of those. So
Okay.
yeah, but one of my friends have a Jeep.
Okay.
So we go off-roading in a Jeep quite often.
Very nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
used to ride dirt bikes when I was younger, but I've
me
lost
too.
a lot of my vision since then, so I don't go on motorcycles anymore.
Yeah, I used to have one of those giant gas tank Hondas,
Uh
the
huh.
little 50. And when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, I got this. So I was going up this hill, but I wasn't going on it the right way. I was going more
Mm-hmm.
on the side of it. And I didn't give it enough gas and it kind of lost its power. And it tipped over on my ankle. And I almost crushed my ankle. I ruined the rest of my summer because my ankle was shot. So
Oof.
uh, ever since then, I've been a little iffy about dirt bikes.
So the only time I've ever really fallen significantly was I was decided I wanted to try to get into doing tricks. So I was
Mm.
on my favorite little dirt bike track, and I was going over the whoops, and I decided I was going to double them, and I wanted to do a no footer at the same time. Well, see, I doubled it, and I did the no footer. The problem wasn't taking my foot off the pegs; it was getting my feet back on the pegs. And so the bike lands before I get my feet back on the pegs, and I land kind of hard. And so wipe out like that, and go fishtail, and then I go over, and the bike goes over me. And yeah, that was really the most significant fall I've ever had. I didn't really get hurt though, but
Yeah. That's
I
good.
was
That's
lucky enough
good.
to not.
I've
Yeah.
heard some horror stories about people flipping over their bikes and their bikes like falling on them. And yeah, not good. I had a cousin that did some motocross
Hmm.
and he was going over a jump and he was going to do a backflip. And he in that backflip, his bike fell on him
Ooh.
and it pinned him and he broke his back. So that's kind of a little deterrent as well.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people on motorcycles that have no business being on motorcycles.
Being a, I'm
Like
not
when I
gonna lie,
moved out
he's
here,
probably one of those.
yeah, when I moved out here to Dallas, I was still selling insurance at the time, and I was taking a break in this park, and this guy rolled up on a CB600. It's just not a big bike, but not a small bike either. And somebody in Mustang came in right after him. And so the guy with the bike was trying to teach the Mustang owner how to ride. And so the guy who owned the motorcycle clearly had no fucking clue what he was doing. So I'm sitting there trying to watch them, learn how to fucking ride a motorcycle. And the new guy couldn't go. Like he wouldn't let the clutch out slow enough or steady enough, and he kept on stalling. And the first time he stalled it, he laid the bike over. I was like, ooh, and it broke one of the fairings. So I
Oh
was
my
like, well. So I'm
gosh!
watching them
Never lay a
struggle.
bike down.
Yeah, so I'm watching them struggle with this for a while, and I decided I'm gonna go talk to these people. So I go over there to talk to them, and we get to talking blah 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 whatever. And so I ended up teaching this guy how to actually ride. I'm like, no, okay, let it clutch out slowly, and when you feel engaged, then you can give it a little bit
A
of
bit of
throttle.
gas.
Don't give it a lot, and
Yeah.
then you can go off like that. So, anyways, he was able to ride to the other side of the parking lot and then lay the bike over again. So I was like, oh god.
Oh boy,
So
that's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. So after that, he figured it out, and so he got back on the bike and rode off into the park somewhere. Just it was a while. It was like 10 minutes, and the guy's like, "Uh, I don't know where my friend went. Can we go find him?" So I put him in my car. We go driving around the park, and we find the guy. He stalled the bike again, and in him trying to start the bike, he killed it. So,
Oh no.
well, I was like, well, it's not a big deal. Just jumpstart it. He's like, well, I didn't bring any cables. I'm like, what? You don't need cables to jumpstart a motorcycle if as long as it's not automatic. Like, just roll it down the hill, pop the clutch out, and you'll be good. Put it in second gear. He's like, well, I don't know how to do that. Can you do it? I was like, oh my fucking god. So of course I had him push me down the hill, second gear, pop up,
Yeah.
just fine. So we rode back to the parking lot, and so I'm sitting there. I'm waiting for him to get there in my car. Shouldn't have done that, but I'm sitting there doing circles and figure eights, waiting for them to get back. And so he gets back and tell the guy, "Well, you need to teach him how to turn." He's like, "Teach him how to go in circles and do figure eights." And this fool told me, "I don't even know how to do that." I'm like, "Why are you on a fucking motorcycle?"
No kidding. Like that's like number 3 that you should probably learn.
Well, I
But
mean,
to keep it straight, but
yeah, I mean,
you gotta learn how to turn too.
well, the bike keeps itself straight, so that's not too hard. But one of the biggest things is going from dirt to street, because I don't know if you ever ridden street bikes, but you can't turn them. They don't turn like that. You lean and the bike follows.
No,
I saw.
I am not. I do. My family is definitely into motorcycles and whatnot.
Mhm.
So my dad keeps bugging me. He's like, "So when you go get your motorcycle license, are you gonna
Yeah.
do that? Are you gonna go get it?" I'm like, "Yes, I will." I just got a few years ago. I just got my driver's license,
Hmm.
and I have to wait 5 years until I can go for like my motorcycle license
Really?
and yeah,
Is
my
that is
chapter's
that
license.
that's how they do it in Canada?
Just Manitoba. So it's weird that way. To get your learners, you go for a written test, and then if you pass that, you have to wait 9 months till you can go for your road test. And then after your
So
road
is
test,
this for motorcycles or is this for cars or
no, this is
motorcycles
just
and cars?
for your license in general. So we've got different classes of license.
Hmm.
So I think motorcycle, um I can't remember exactly what is in that motorcycle class, but there's different classes. So class 5 is what I have now, is basic vehicle, and I think that's it. And then
Hmm.
class 3 is like your air brakes, your um, semis, trailers, and stuff like that. So after you go for your road test, you have to be in what's called a novice for 5 years. So after 5 years, that's when you can start going for like your motorcycle license. You can start driving a trailer, like driving with a trailer and that type of thing.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous, but yeah.
That's
So I've
interesting.
got 2 years left.
As that's pretty crazy. Yeah, in the US, you said you're class 5?
Yeah.
So in the US, for us, that would be like a class C. So,
Okay.
but see
Yeah.
here, you don't have to have a learner's permit and then get your license. You can straight up just take your test for your license and then have a driver's license, unless you're under 18. Then you have to have a learner's permit. But after you're 18, you don't have to have a learner's permit
Yeah.
for any period of time. And there's also no restrictions on when you can get your M1, which is your motorcycle's license. You can just get it
There's
whenever you
also
want to.
Yeah, there's also restrictions on that too. So like you're not allowed to drive past a certain time. You
Hmm.
only before, like, when you get your written, you're not allowed to drive with anybody who hasn't had their license for more than 3 years.
Hmm.
Like they throw a whole bunch of silly junk in there as well. So it's in Manitoba anyway. I don't know what it's like for every other province, but I know Manitoba sucks that way.
Yeah, here, if you're under 18 and you get your license, you can't drive anybody for, I think it's about 6 months. Then you have a curfew as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's similar to us. But for Manitoba, we have to be 15 and a half and we
Hmm.
can get our license.
I think it's the
Um,
same here.
yeah, yeah. So they go through what's called the um, student ed,
Hmm.
driver's ed in school. And I did that once. I failed my test by 2 questions, and then I was like, fine, screw it. I waited forever to go back and get my license, and I regret it. I wish I would have went back right away because I realize how much a license is right now. It's awesome.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's great to not have to rely on somebody else driving you places.
Yeah, on my written exam, I only missed one question, and it was because I accidentally skipped it. I was like, damn it. I knew
That's
that one too. Something about
yeah.
seatbelt. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I was like, damn it. I almost had a perfect score.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything, but beep, beep.
yeah, no, that's like me.
Uh-huh.
When I went to this time, I got it all right. They actually stopped my test because they're like, even if you get the next 3 questions wrong, you're still getting it.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was all on the computer. That was a strange thing. That was very strange because
yeah.
the last time I went, it was actual paper and it was
Hmm.
multiple choice. And I'm like, wow, times have changed.
Yeah. So now let me ask you this. As far as riding bikes goes, can you guys lane split in Canada?
Lane split. What do you mean?
Go in
Like,
between cars.
we are not supposed to. No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. No.
Lame.
Yeah, you can get a ticket for that for sure.
Mm.
Um, in Manitoba, again, I'm not sure. I haven't left Manitoba, so um, in Manitoba, that is illegal, and you can get your license pulled.
Yeah.
If anybody sees you. Now, other places they may be a little different, but for motorcycles, you have the same expectations as cars.
Gotcha. So I
Mhm.
grew up in California. I hate California. Don't ever go there. I hate it so much. But they did have
Noted.
pretty much the best motorcycle laws that I'm aware of. Because in California, it's perfectly legal to lane split. So if there's a bunch of traffic, motorcycles can go in between cars and be on their way, which is
Yeah,
really safer.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's way safer for the people on bikes because the last thing you want to happen to you while you're riding is to be stuck behind a car and then another car doesn't pay attention, then runs into you and squishes you in between the car in front of you. So lane
Yeah.
splitting in traffic. Oh, got the meow.
Come on, this is Felix.
Oh my god,
Say
it's
hi,
the
Felix.
meow.
Oh yeah.
Where's
He's
my
a
cat?
little. Yeah,
My cat's around somewhere.
he's a little ginger kitty.
Oh man, how old is
Yeah.
he?
He is 2. He's
Oh
gonna be
geez,
2 in February.
oh geez, my cat's gonna be 19 this year.
He's just a wee one. He's a little shit.
He's a big little shit.
Yeah, he is.
You're gonna
See?
have so much hair on your shirt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, always.
Yeah.
Pet hair
Anyways,
is my glitter.
yeah. So what I was saying, it's a lot safer in traffic and stoplights for motorcycles to be between cars so that they don't get rear-ended. But that's only legal in California. It's not legal in Texas yet, but it should be. But the drivers in Texas are fucking terrible. I swear to God, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know why these people can't get on the freeway going fucking freeway speed. I am mostly blind and a better driver
Yeah.
than 90% of these fucking people out here. I swear to God.
I think you guys have I think yours is a higher, like you can go faster than than
So,
um like
so
on the
let me
highways.
let me destroy a stereotype for you real quick. Because
Okay.
on the internet, you'll see the memes of Texans driving way too fast all the time. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit ever. Let me tell you something. When the speed limit is 45, these motherfuckers drive 38. Okay? When the speed limit is 55, they go 50. When the speed limit is 35, they go 30. But when the speed limit is 70, there's like something that happens. When the speed limit is 70, they still go 55, most of them. But when it hits 70, some people go 85 for no fucking rhyme or reason. One of the
Yeah,
worst spots here in Dallas.
I'm
Go ahead.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm a speeder. I got a lead foot, so I'm
Mhm.
always going a little bit faster than I need to be. So if I get stuck behind someone slower, I'm like, come on, hurry up.
See, I find
Road
myself
rage, but
speeding.
not quite.
Yeah, I'll speed every now and then to go around slow drivers that can't drive the speed limit. Like
Hmm.
over by me is 183, and so speed limit's 70, and they'll go fucking 60. It'll be completely clear out, no traffic. They just go 60 and a 70 for no fucking reason. And I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
I can barely see, and I can drive faster than you. Why you do this? Makes no sense. Makes no
Yeah.
sense whatsoever. I hate it.
Yep, drivers need, I think they need to retest drivers every so often.
Texas needs a whole new fucking driving test. I swear to God, these are the worst. No, these are really bad drivers, but the drivers in Florida are the worst ones I've seen so far.
You haven't driven in Canada then.
Uh, Perhaps
Hold
not.
on. Sorry.
And this silence is brought to you by merging on the freeway going freeway speed. And wait, here's my cat. Oh, meow.
My cat was like, I need out now. My nap is done.
Oh, man.
Oh, so
Ugh,
cute. I
I
love
don't think
it.
she cares. This is
My
Twix.
grandma had a cat that looked like that, and his name was Whiskers.
Oh, her name's Twix. And yeah,
Nice.
she'll be 19 this year. But anyways,
No.
you had some questions for me. Meow.
Yes. I do.
I look like an
So
evil villain right now, petting my cat.
I love it. Awesome. So, I was just wondering, so what made you get into like the best of the best and kind of the review of OnlyFans?
I got ripped off one too many times. And so when I first started the OnlyFans endeavor, I subscribed to a bunch of bullshit pages.
Mm.
And I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really find anywhere else to talk about it. Like there was an OnlyFans reviews subreddit already, not run by the people who run it now, but by somebody else.
Hmm.
And I wanted to post on it, but I couldn't. Like you had to be an approved poster or something. I don't know what it was, but I was
Hmm.
like, well, fuck it, I'll just make my own. So I came up with real OnlyFans reviews,
Yeah.
and that's how that happened.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard that yeah, that's a problem with a lot of content creators and buyers. They don't necessarily agree on the content, or
Hmm.
like how did you get ripped off? Was it just like they didn't send anything, or like was it just not the content that they promised?
Um, Lack of transparency.
Mm.
So their bio said they did this, that, and the other. Well, after you subscribed, they did all that stuff, but you had to pay more for it. So you didn't
Ah,
really get anything for subscribing. You were giving them money for the privilege to then give them more money. And I was like,
okay. Okay, I see
fuck?
that.
What?
So yeah, so like on my page, I do um 2 to 3 minute previews of my
Mhm.
full length videos. My full length videos are like, I think my longest one was 14 minutes. So my previews are like 2 to 3 minutes long of the whole video. So you
Hmm.
pretty much know what you're going to get when you get it. My videos are also not ridiculously priced like some are. Um, Anywhere from like $4 to $10. $10 being the most. $10 is like if it's a request for something like a little more than what I would put on my channel.
Hmm.
I again put all
Yeah, but see,
everything.
there's
So yeah,
nothing wrong with that as long
yeah,
as you disclose it.
yeah,
Whereas these girls didn't put that you had to pay extra for what you thought you were getting in their bio. So it's only
right,
after you already pay for everything that you're hit with, oh, now you got to pay more,
yeah, and
which
that's
is bullshit. I mean, if
yeah,
somebody can read and they're okay with how the model operates their page, great,
mhm,
awesome. But don't hide. What I didn't like is how they hid shit, and then they're like, oh well, you already gave me 10, 15 bucks. Now you might as well give me another 10, 15 bucks for this one video, then 10, 15
yeah,
bucks for the next video. I was like, fuck you.
yeah, no, exactly, and that's kind of where I wanted to be a little bit different,
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't want to have to um like
Nickel and
grab
dime
more
people to
money,
death.
I guess, you know,
Yeah.
keep the subscription price low, like I believe it's 4.99 right now. And then because it's my birthday, we have some sales going on with the videos and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of helps.
Well, when this comes out, it'll be a week past your birthday.
I know, right? So that kind of sucks. But yeah, so what we throw it in different sales and stuff every once in a while. It just kind of keeps it interesting and it seems to be working. So
Yeah.
that's pretty nice.
Well, like I said, I've seen your page, so I've seen your previews, and like you said, your previews are a couple minutes long. So, and like I
Mhm.
said, there's nothing you don't show in your previews, and they're all pretty high quality. But you
Yeah.
also disclose that in how you run your page, so
Mhm.
that's fine.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong
exactly.
with that whatsoever.
See, I kind of got into this before looking at other content creators. So I didn't really know how they run their pages. Apparently, some of them have a free page and then a paid page.
Hmm.
Um, I had followed a lot of the free pages, and like it's just follow for follow, shout outs, that kind of thing of different girls. So it kind of floods your feed with different like follow me, follow this link, here's this person. And I'm like, well, you know what? I don't really want to do that. I'm like, if they are coming to my page, they're coming to my page, not for other people, kind of thing. I'll do a shout out every once in a while, but I figure it floods the feed that way. And I'm like, people
Yep,
don't really like that. At least I don't. So I kind
especially
of
when you pay for that.
exactly right. Because some of the free pages, or not the free pages, some of the paid pages still do that. And I'm like, well, they don't pay to see you promote other, you know, pages like that. So that's one thing that I kind of settled on not doing. I'm like, we're not gonna spam, we're not gonna mass message, you know. It's very personal. Like I try to be personal with the fans and everything like that. And I I just don't like the spamminess of it, you know. Like I was
Yeah,
a
nobody
part
does.
right, and it just kind of loses that um personality, I guess, of OnlyFans. Like that's if you wanted that, you would just go to another forum place, right?
Yeah,
And you
so
kind of just want that personal kind of connection, sort of, with it.
yeah, so I mean, like with my website with real OnlyFans reviews, it's in my opinion a lot better for creators to promote themselves
Mhm.
because these creators pay each other to do share for shares, and the subscribers on these pages aren't, like as you said, they aren't there for that.
Yeah.
So the chances of one of those actually yielding results is pretty minimal. Whereas with my platform, I mean, my platform is specifically for buyers. So these
Yeah.
are for people who are ready to spend their money if you match what they want. And so, I mean, it can make all sense in the world, but a lot of girls still don't want to do it just because I'm a guy. It's like, well, I mean, I've got so many references of people who I've helped, and then, I mean, I understand the apprehension because there are a lot of scammers out there, but it doesn't
Mhm.
take a lot to just look at what I'm doing and be like, oh, this is actually legit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I appreciate you letting me come on here.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being on here. And what else did you want to ask me?
Hmm. I did want to ask you something else, but I don't remember now.
Did you have a list?
I did have a list, but we got carried away on under something else. um, that was a good question. I apologize.
It's a.
I asked you what your interests are.
Oh,
What
no, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't ask you. What are
Uh,
you interested in?
so cars, first of all, big car guy, or anything with an engine, cars, motorcycles, planes. I used to be in a metal band, played drums.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
real estate's really interesting to me. Business stuff, motivation. I'm
I love
trying.
motivation. I need more of it.
Oh,
I need more motivation. What kind of music are you into?
well, I used to be in a metal band back at home, so played drums. I like
Nice.
I like most genres. I like anything that requires skill.
Yes.
So skill is definitely number one priority. Second priority is catchiness. So I can like a song if it's really catchy, even if it's not so skilled. Taylor Swift comes to mind.
Guilty.
So, or Weezer. Not the
Oh,
hardest music to play, but I mean, it's catchy. And
yeah.
then as far as skill comes along, I mean, that's when we get into like Meshuggah. One of my favorite bands is Whitechapel, Darkest Hour, All That Remains, All Shall Perish, As I Lay Dying.
Oh,
Really,
yeah, good.
yeah.
I actually metal bands. Slipknot actually got to come here a couple years ago, and
Mhm.
I huge Slipknot fan for
Very
like my
nice.
whole entire life,
You're
and
a
that was
maggot.
probably one of my biggest things is to see Slipknot in concert.
Very nice.
And they finally came here, and I couldn't go. Things
Oh
came
man.
up, and I wasn't able to go. My friend texted me 2 days before and said one of his friends bailed and he had floor tickets. And he
Woo!
was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make your life right now." He's like, "Come with me." So he came from Winnipeg and picked me up, and I got to go to Slipknot. So that was probably one of my favorite moments in life.
Very nice. So for anybody that doesn't know, Slipknot calls their fans maggots. That's why I said you're a
Absolutely.
magnet, not for anything demeaning.
I
So,
am. I am a maggot. I am a maggot for life.
so
Absolutely.
I have a similar story to that because I'm also very much into the Dallas Cowboys, being in Dallas. So I didn't watch football before I moved to Texas. This is something I got into after I moved out here. But my first Cowboys game, I got to go to because of a very similar situation. Um, I had a friend of a friend who was going to take their mom to the Thanksgiving Cowboys game here at AT&T Stadium, but their mom got sick and couldn't make it out to Texas from California, so they were just looking for somebody to go with them. And this was the Chargers and
Oh,
Cowboys.
you're breaking up.
Oh man, what about now? Am I
Okay,
back yet? Am I back?
we're good.
Okay.
I think we settled it. Yeah.
Okay. Where did I break off at?
I heard your friend's mom.
Okay, yeah, my friend's mom got sick and couldn't make it out to Texas. So this person needed somebody to go with them to the game. And it was the Chargers and Cowboys. So they were a Chargers fan, a Cowboys fan. So first of all, I tried to get my buddy Ryan to go because he's the one that got me into Cowboys and he's a diehard fan since he was, a little kid. So I tried to get him to go first, but it was his daughter's first Thanksgiving. Couldn't go. So I was like, guess I'm going.
You're like, yes, that's
Yeah, and then the
awesome.
Cowboys lost.
Well, at least you got to experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a couple of the football games. They were decent, but
Mm.
not a football fan.
And you see,
This is so Canadian of me, but I like hockey more.
you see, I didn't like football before I understood how it was played. Like when I was growing up, nobody taught me the game of football, so I didn't know why there was a yellow line on the ground. I didn't know what a down was. I didn't know that an extra point attempt was an extra point, or what a 2-point conversion was. So there was a lot I had to learn. But after I learned everything, I was like, oh shit, this is actually like really interesting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just probably have to take a little bit more time to understand the game.
Yeah, it's really not that difficult to get into if you understand some basic things. Like you just have to understand the teams have 4 chances to get past the yellow line. And if they don't get past the yellow line, it's the other team's ball.
And then those are like the first down, one down, second down, third down, 4 down.
Yeah, so the downs are basically chances. Like 1st and 10 means it's your first try to get 10 yards. 2nd and 4 is your second chance to go 4 yards. So forth.
So I get it.
Yep, they just have to get past the yellow line. They start at the blue line, and they have to get past the yellow line to get 4 more chances. And then they do that until hopefully they score.
Yeah. Go.
Go team, get a sports ball.
Yeah.
Unit.
When I'm watching sports or whatnot, I'm normally the one cheering. Like everybody else will be cheering for one team, and I'll be that one that's cheering for the other, just because I'm not all that into sports, and I like to piss people off.
You're the contrarian.
I am. It's like the UFC fight, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. No, Nick Diaz. Or is it Nate? Anyway,
Nate Diaz.
everybody was rooting for Conor, and I'm like, no, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it. And no, you know what? It was Mayweather fight.
I'm
And
gonna turn the light on.
Yeah, I won that one. They weren't happy.
And then there was like there we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, as far as sports go, I'm not into a lot of sports. I used to be really into NASCAR, not so much anymore. Then I like football now, but as far as that, I don't watch hockey, I don't watch basketball, don't watch baseball or soccer, or as you like to say, football. It's just it's just not my thing.
No, I'm more into like true crime.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching serial killer documentaries.
Oh God.
Yeah, absolutely.
I started watching The Mandalorian.
Yes.
I've still got a couple episodes to go on the 2nd season.
Fantastic.
But see,
it's a fantastic show.
So the 1st season of The Mandalorian I thought was great. Like it's not something I was expecting to like, but then I did. And then the 2nd season started pretty lackluster, but I think it's gotten better as the episodes have gone on.
Yeah, it definitely does get a lot better.
Yeah, and then I remember when I got Netflix, I was into Dexter, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I watched those before, before
it was cool.
I was an OG Dexter and Sons of Anarchy fan. We used to go over to a friend's house and watch the seasons of Sons of Anarchy. I could probably almost relay every line that anybody says from first season to the last.
Oh man, so I used to be so into Family Guy at one point in time. I could relate any situation at all to something from Family Guy, and I did, and it was really annoying, but I loved it, and I
Yeah.
don't care.
I throw some Family Guy references out there to people as well. Some Simpsons references sometimes.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the only series that I ever really got excited for on a weekly basis was Top Gear, the British Top Gear, the real Top Gear, because it's about cars.
No, I know what show you're talking about, but I never got into it.
Yeah, I mean it's for car people, but that was hands down my favorite series of all time. And now they have the Grand Tour, which is pretty good too. But Top Gear was king.
Hmm. And then what was the next? What was the other one you said?
Did I say another one?
I thought you said there was another show that. No, maybe not. Maybe I heard you wrong.
No, it was just Top Gear. That was the only series I was ever really into.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the other stuff was on Netflix and I watched as I wanted to, but the only show I got excited for every week was Top Gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, the good old days. But anyways,
Right?
we have been talking for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's getting late. I'm gonna go eat and whatnot. It was great having you on the show. Do you want to say anything
Absolutely.
else before we go?
No, I don't think so. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for taking the time to get to know me and let me talk about my page and stuff. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
I
you're welcome. Hopefully
appreciate
we'll have
it.
you on again.
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. Well, that's gonna be it for now, everybody. Thanks for watching. Say bye to Pixie. Bye, Pixie.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. Have a great day.
All right, you too.